Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the cryptocurrency market today as Bitcoin is consolidating above this major support level exactly like we predicted yesterday, but we are seeing new all-time highs for the total cryptocurrency market cap, and we're seeing coins like the Binance coin see massive run up and upside, seeing new all-time highs. So today we're going to be taking a little bit of a twist and looking at some fundamentals about the Coinbase IPO, the comparison of Coinbase to Binance, and several other things. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. If you appreciate this content, remember to smash that like button. Let's just dive straight into a Bitcoin analysis, and then we'll talk about some fundamentals, and we'll take a little bit of a pivot on this video and discuss some of the balance sheets with Coinbase having their IPO here on April 14th. And of course, we're seeing a massive run up with the Binance coin. First and foremost, with Bitcoin, we're seeing garden variety market behavior right now. We are seeing a consolidation above this major support level that was once a resistance. Of course, we broke out of this major level, and we have this new weekly open sitting right at that $59,950 level, and our previous weekly open sitting right at that $58,300 level. In my opinion, for Bitcoin, the thesis is still extremely valid to the fact that if we stay above 58,300, which is below the monthly open and is also now below the current weekly open, then things could be extremely bullish for Bitcoin to potentially see continuation to the higher end of this channel around that $75,000 level. Of course, if we start to see Bitcoin's price break down, we have the monthly open at 58,700. I don't know if that's going to be the place that we see bounce for Bitcoin, being the fact that for the price action to get to that point, we'd have to break this major support level and this major support level. And so if we come towards that monthly open, 58,300 is the real level to watch. Of course, you can see how significant this level is with this 4-hour candle wicking straight to that exact level. As a matter of fact, if we look at the candle low here, it was 58,374, and our exact level was 58,353. So you can see how precise our numbers are, of course. And so realize for the downside scenario, 58,300 is the make it or break it for me. We want to maintain price action above that level. And as long as we do, I think that we can see continued upside for Bitcoin. But I want to talk about what's happening to Ethereum, and then we'll jump into the fundamentals, the total cryptocurrency market, and some of the correlations with traditional markets. For Ethereum, just as we predicted, we're seeing continuation to the upside. You can see new all-time highs being formed today with a high of 2203, which is amazing for Ethereum. And so as long as altcoin dominance continues to see strength, I expect us to see more strength for some of these altcoins. Of course, you can see Ethereum bouncing on the 50-period moving average on the 4-hour chart. As long as Ethereum is above 2,075, which is the previous weekly open, I think that there is momentum that could take us towards that $2,300 to $2,400 level, which is the channel resistance that Ethereum has respected many times in the past as a resistance and as a support level. And you can see it also acted as a breakdown. And so that is obviously a major level, and that would be the first target for Ethereum to the upside. For the downside scenario, of course, we want to watch Bitcoin's price action. As long as we're above 58,300, I think things are looking good for Bitcoin. If we come down below this previous weekly open, that's when we want to start watching this channel support. But really, the major level for Ethereum is 1980. It's just as important as 58,300 is for Bitcoin. If we come to 1980, that's breaking this major channel support, and it's coming below the previous weekly open. And so that's where I'd have concerns for the downside. And then the total cryptocurrency market cap above $2 trillion. You can see we're seeing continued upside above the weekly open, which is a very positive thing. And then when we look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, You can see we're maintaining price action above 35,000 Satoshis here. And now you can see we had this low, higher low so far. So this does look like it wants to come to that 37,000 Satoshi level. So regardless of what Bitcoin does, I think we can see continued all-time highs for Ethereum as we've been seeing, as we've been predicting, as we've been expecting. And for those that aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, by the way, remember to subscribe and turn on those post notifications to get all of our updates first. And then let's talk about others' dominance. You can see we saw this massive push back to the upside above the previous weekly open, coming here to test the weekly open, and we are seeing a lot of momentum for some altcoins. Of course, we have altcoins like the Binance coin seeing new all-time highs. Bitcoin dominance still on its way down, forming new lows almost every single day. Once again, our next target here, now that we've broken 57.2% dominance, is going to be that 50% dominance level. Now, realize this, I do want to talk about what's happening to traditional markets, because the NASDAQ, which represents the tech sector in the in the traditional markets, has yet to break its previous all-time high, similar to what Bitcoin is doing. And so I think one market that we want to watch right now to see whether or not we're going to get a confirmation of further upside for Bitcoin is going to be the NASDAQ, because of course Bitcoin is advanced technology and we're looking at the tech sector, and so far both have similar market structures where we're not seeing new all-time highs just yet. And so I think we want to monitor the NASDAQ. I just want to throw that out there, because if the NASDAQ starts to push up, I think that could be a confirmation that Bitcoin is going to start seeing that push to the upside. And then I do want to throw some puzzle pieces out on the table. The Japanese markets are seeing weakness right now below the weekly open. If you look at the CSI 300, the Shanghai Composite, we're also seeing some weakness. I'm not going to go into them. They're smaller markets, but I wanted to point out that Japan isn't looking so good. The only markets looking good right now is the S&P 500, of course, and that is obviously a traditional market in the US. And then Bitcoin isn't looking so bad either, but all other international markets, Japan, China, Shanghai, all of them are not doing so well right now. So we want to keep track of that. But let's talk about others' dominance and some of these altcoins. For those that traded our BNB call, for those in our Discord, you can see here, we sent out a trade for BNB here at 504. That's already hit all targets. I've actually still got this position open because we've yet to even come down. You can see exactly when I sent this trade on the 11th of April here at 1 p.m. And this was a very complex trade. So I want to actually go through it, because you can see we broke out of the symmetrical triangle, and on the hourly chart, we never got an hourly retest of the support level, and that happens sometimes. And so that makes the trade a little bit harder, because you get the breakout, you don't get the confirmation by seeing a retest of the resistance that should turn into support, right? And so we saw another hourly candle form a new high, another hourly candle form a new high. We know the BNB coin was in price discovery. And so as soon as I saw 4 green candles forming new highs, I knew, all right, at that point, we're most likely not going to come to retest this. So we look at the market structure. We knew that we had this channel resistance. So those major levels always act as a magnet. And so I went ahead and sent out a trade as soon as we saw the first red candle. I sent out this trade here at 1 p.m. with an entry of 504. And you can see as soon as we saw that first red candle, more buy pressure came in, took us to the top of this channel, and we actually ended up breaking this channel. So this trade alone in the last 24 hours has already resulted in over 20% profits, and that's without leverage. So if you have a leverage position, that was an amazing trade that we took on our Discord. And a lot of you guys are asking me, why is the Binance coin doing so well right now? We look at the Binance coin here, you can see the market cap, 92 billion. Here's the reason we're seeing such a massive run up for the BNB coin, and even Uniswap is doing very well right now. You can see, just look at this graph here for Uniswap, this massive exuberant push to the upside. Well, it all comes down to the fundamentals. For those in the Discord, check out this chart that I posted. Look at this. This is Coinbase against BNB, UNI, FTT, Cake, Sushi, BNT. These are all exchanges, and with the Coinbase IPO coming up and Coinbase already being valued off market on FTX with over a $100 billion market cap, you can see here seeing continued upside pre-IPO, which is coming April 14th, a lot of people are saying, okay, well, if Coinbase is an American exchange and it's valued at $100 billion, what about Binance? They're a huge exchange. And so you have to realize that investors, they're not just going to be looking at the stock, they're going to look at tokens because, of course, the stock is a centralized way for you to obtain equity in a company. But then when you look at a token like the BNB coin, there are seasonal token burns. There are other tokenomics that the BNB token has that you can't get in a stock. And for example, you look at the total value of DeFi locked into the Binance Smart Chain. The BNB coin is the core of that. And those are all things that you can't get with just a stock. And so with this Coinbase IPO, it is creating a massive stir in markets. And when we look at some of the data, you can see here, BNB is far more valuable than Coinbase based on the numbers. And because of that, we are seeing investors pile into the BNB coin. And we're even seeing Uniswap and all of these exchange tokens go to new levels and new highs. And this is a momentous and a very important time. I want you guys to realize this in the cryptocurrency world, because this is a huge pivot. This is a huge change. Now we're starting to see validation of these tokens that have use cases. That's why we saw the BitTorrent coin recently see a massive run up. So now that we're getting validation, and where is this validation coming from? It's coming from institutional capital, right? Obviously, the $90 billion that are in Binance's market cap isn't all coming from retail investors. Of course, a lot of this is going to be institutional capital. And so realize that this is a momentous time in the cryptocurrency sphere, because now we're seeing that, okay, if you have a coin like the Binance coin, whether you're centralized or decentralized, and there's a use case for it, that is valuable. And you can see it's reflected with the market cap of the Binance coin. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And for those of you that want to win one of my favorite books on investing, Principles by Ray Dalio, comment below and share this video, and you'll have a chance to win one of my favorite books. I'm going to pick a winner from our video yesterday, Manuel Mares. You want a book? Go ahead and send me a message on Instagram. The link is in the description below. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I know it was a little bit different, but I wanted to address what was going on with the Binance coin, and everyone was going crazy about it. April 14th, we're going to see the IPO for Coinbase. It's going to be a very interesting time. And so with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, snipers out.